Hi, this is Vi from Scrappy Mania, and today I have an idea for you. So there's some products out there that I've been seeing about the sticky grid. So it's the sticky grid or the sticky mat. It's hard plastic, and what they use it for, they put it on their MISTI. I have a We Are Memory, so I cut it down to fit the We Are Memory. And then what they do with this is it has repositional adhesive. So then you can put your card right on here, and then it doesn't move, and then you can easily just stamp something on top and without using the magnets. Because sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but when I use magnets, let's say I want to print something here, and I put a magnet, and it's a small little label. It could be a small label or something like that. And when you place the magnet, when you try to stamp on, see, the magnet's in the way. It doesn't let it push all the way down. So if it's a tiny little label, you're trying to go ahead and stamp on that label, it doesn't let you push down, so it's in the way and you don't get a good impression. So what people have come up with is they created this sticky so a company created this like a sticky grid or something like that, which have adhesive, so you can place any little label or anything like that on here, and then you can get a perfect impression each and every time because you don't need to use the magnet. And sometimes I don't want to use the magnet because it just gets in the way of my stamping. So then the other thing I've been seeing they use this for is for their stencils. So they place their paper on here, and then they place the stencil on here. So of course they tape it down. So they go ahead and tape this. I mean, actually they don't have to tape the paper down. So what they do is they'll put the paper on there so it stays on the little mat, but yet this moves around, right? So then they have to take the stencil, and then you're going to have to put some tape on the stencil. So you tape the stencil here, you tape it here, and then that way you can go ahead and burnish it, or you can go ahead and, you know, use some ink. So you just tape this down, this down, use some ink. The other thing that you can do with this, if you do have a magnetic mat like I do, you can always use the magnet that it comes with, and you can always go ahead and put this down. So you put magnets to hold your sticky grid down. You put magnets to hold your stencil down, and then you can use it. So that works well. Well, I thought about what happened if I don't really, you know, don't want to use the magnets. I just want to have it placed on here and not move, and then I just use the magnet for my stencil. Well, I came up with this idea. How about if I take a magnetic sheet? So I have these extra magnetic sheets from, you know, I use these to put my dies and for my store my dies. So I'm going to take an extra magnetic sheet. I cut it to size, so we'll fit this, and I'm going to place it right behind my sticky mat. So I'm going to go ahead and place this. So I cut it to size. I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove this so I can cut. I need to, maybe I didn't do such a good job of cutting this, so I'm going to go ahead and with my scissors just cut around. And these sheets are very easy to cut. And you know, if you have extra sheets, I have an extra one lying around, so that's why I decided to do this. If not, you know, don't need to spend money on this. You can easily just use magnets if you want to put this in place. If you have a magnetic sheet, The other thing you can go to the hardware store and get a magnetic galvanized magnet sheet. They're pretty economical, and that will work as well. And that's what I had before I bought this. I got this on a good sale, and I think I requested it for Mother's Day. So my children gave me this for Mother's Day, but you don't need to buy this. But only if you have it. So here you go. So now you see I got my magnetic sheet down. It stays put. I can come back with my stencil, or actually my paper first. So I'm going to put some paper. It holds it in place, right? I can come down with my stencil, and I can use either this to hold it down, or I can use my magnets to hold it down. It's just going to hold down my stencil. And that way I have the whole paper, the width of the paper, to be able to do this. And then with one hand I can just stencil, or it can emboss. I can color in my stencil, and it doesn't move. So let's look at it. Let me move my magnets, move my stencil, so you don't have to keep any of the adhesive. You know, you won't have tape and residual tape staying on your stencil. It stays pretty pristine. And there you go. And then to store this, what you do is you're just going to place this on here. And that's it. So see, you can remove it. You don't have to keep it on. You can easily remove it for any other technique you're going to use here. But otherwise, it'll stay on this magnet sheet. So I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.